Hi, welcome to Apsana classes. In this class, let's know about energy bands in insulators, conductors and semiconductors. Before knowing bands for insulator, conductors and semiconductors, let us know what are the energy bands, what is a basic energy band diagram for a normal atom. For example, let's take any atom. For example, anything you can take, like let's take silicon atom. For silicon atom, it is there are 14 electrons, right? For silicon, the 14. So in the first cell, obviously we have 2, 1, 2. In the second cell, we have 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. In another cell, we have only 4 because 2 plus 8, 10. So 10 plus 4, 14. For example, I am taking, so in this it is an isolated atom. For isolated atom, there is so energy for the lowest, this orbit is lower than this orbit, of course, but when to knock electrons from this atom, there is less energy is needed to knock outer orbit electrons than innermost orbit electrons. Yeah, okay, then fine. So then what is the energy band diagram for this? Okay, not energy band, just let's represent these in here. Let's represent it. First orbit. Okay, first orbit. This is second orbit and third orbit. Fine. The third orbit. Here what is have 2 electrons. Here 8 electrons. Here 4 electrons. Fine. Then what are the bands, energy bands diagram? Like this is the energy band diagram for this, but not. Actually, energy band diagram means like energy band. Energy bands are nothing but the bands, like the range of energies possessed by electrons. The range of not only each electron in a tightly packed atom. This is an isolated atom where all electrons in a outermost orbit have at maximum same energies, but in a tightly packed atom where the outermost orbit is not only influenced by a single nucleus, but it also influences by other nucleuses surrounded by that isolated atom. So range of energies possessed by outer orbit is nothing but energy band. So range of energies possessed by outer energy shell is nothing but energy bands. Okay, in these energy bands we have valence band, conduction band. Okay, then what is the valence band and conduction band? Where are they present? They both are present in only outermost like orbit. I'll show you. So while considering where the valency electrons are present, so let's take this atom. What are the valency electrons? 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 are the valence electrons. Where are they? They are in the third orbit or else high energy orbit. We can say, right? High energy orbit or else outermost energy orbit. Okay. So the band occupied by these valency electrons is nothing but valence band. So band occupied by valency electrons is nothing but valence band. Then what is the conduction band? After applying some energy, then the bond will break and the electrons moves out of the band, out of the shell, and moves freely in the free space. So they go to conduction band. After applying some energy to this atom, the bond will break and the electrons will come out. So they just go to conduction band, which is nothing but a free space. So conduction band. So here, what is a conduction band? The band occupied by electrons left valency band, right? Valency band. The band occupied by electrons. Okay, electrons. But which electrons? Electrons which are present in the outermost orbit. Valency band, left valency band by applying energy. So that band is called as conduction band. So what is this forbidden energy gap? Forbidden energy gap is nothing but the minimum energy which is applied to valency band to get electrons from valency band to conduction band. Okay. So the gap between the valency band and conduction band is known as energy gap. The gap between valency band and conduction band. So the energy of this forbidden gap is measured by like how much energy is needed by valency band to get the electrons, to give the electrons to conduction band. Okay, we come to know about the energy band, valency band, conduction band, and forbidden energy gap. So then what is this valency band, conduction band, forbidden gap for both electrons, insulators, conductors, and semiconductors? Let's see here. See here, it is a conduction band, valency band. Insulators is nothing but it do not allow any energy to flow through it is insulators, right? So there is a valency here. Valency band is completely filled, but like what are the insulators? For example, if we take for like atoms, then it is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, or noble gases which comes under insulators, right? Which do not produce any electricity, then we can tell them as insulators, right? So they are completely filled. Outermost energy is completely filled, means stable. No need to, there are no valency electrons, so it is a completely filled. So do they give to any conduction band? No. So conduction band is always empty in this case, empty in this insulators. Then forbidden gap. Of course, we can knock also this completely filled orbit by applying very large amount of voltage, that is 6 electrovolts we have to apply to insulators to get electrons to conduction band from the valency band. Okay, then next go to conductors. Conductors like metals, all metals exist comes under conductors, where they have the free electron flow without applying any energy. So there is no need to apply any energy. So forbidden gap for energy for conductor is 0 electrovolts, where this is partially filled, and these two have partially filled or sometimes full. So this is about the conductors and its energy band diagram. Having valency band, like they have sorry, they have valency band and conduction band, where the electrons go from valency band to conduction band, even not applied electron volts. Then semiconductors, their semiconductors, just we need to apply just normal minimum voltage, that is 1 electrovolt. This is about today's class. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe.